many of you like to play video games? Or just games in general? Now, how many of you have become obsessed with them? Same. We've all have become stuck though with games. We've all had that moment where we just get stuck and we don't know where to go from there. No idea. Don't know what we're doing. And for me, that's happened to me before. With Mass Effect 2, I've played that game so many times, multiple times over the years. I found like the perfect way to just play the game and get through it with no fuss, no stucks, no getting stuck, nothing like that. Just a smooth, clean way of playing it. So today I'll discuss, how to play Mass Effect 2. And first, you want to get to know your characters. First, you want to get to know your characters, and then you want to complete your main and your side quests, and then you want to make sure to make all the good decisions, and finally, you need to defeat the final battle. The first step that I'll be telling you about is getting to know your characters, getting to know the characters that you play with and the character that you play as. There are many characters, as you see, that you can meet and that you can get to know, as well as your own character. When you're getting to know the characters that you play with, you'll have every chance to talk to them, and that's what you want to do. You want to You want to talk to them. You want to get to know more about them, know what makes them tick, and know what is the best thing about them. And if you do that, you're able to gain their loyalty, which is what you want. You want them to be loyal to you, and that will help throughout playing the game because it makes it easier to play, because they're more easier to play with. You also want to get to know the character that you play. You will get to know their past, the past of the character that you've played. You'll also be able to shape the future of your playable character. So you'll get to know them by shaping their future. Now that we've talked about our characters, we'll move on to talking about quests, which is a very important part. You want to learn more about your main quests and your side quests. You want to learn all about them. So first, you'd want to pick a specific main quest and learn about it. Learn what exactly you need to do. You need to figure out where you need to go, what planet you need to go, exactly what you need to find or who you need to fight, and then how exactly the different steps. They'll give you different steps in order to do it, and then you'll complete it. And then you want to do that same routine with all the other main quests that you have. And then with your side quests, it's basically the same thing, except it's not as difficult as some of the main quests. The side quests are a little bit more easy. That's also a chance where you can gain the loyalty of your characters because they'll have side quests for you to do for them. But you basically rinse and repeat. You get to know what the side quest is, and then you know what you're supposed to do with it, and then you complete it. Now that we've talked about that, we'll talk about the decisions that you're going to be making as you're on these quests and as you're doing everything else. And you need to make all the good decisions in the game. And you're probably wondering, what does that mean, good decisions? Does it just mean making the right ones, or there are two different versions of decisions that you can make, Renegade and Paragon decisions. The difference between them, Renegade is basically like the mean option, the rude option. You're very, it's fight, I'll fight you. You're very, act tough, you're, made of steel. The Paragon option is the more softer side of it, more peaceful. I want to work this out with you. I don't want to fight. Can we figure this out? I've tried the Renegade option once, and it did not. I couldn't do it. I felt too bad. So I've always done the Paragon option, which I find really, affects the game positively for me. It affects the future game positively, it makes it seem just more great for me. Like, it makes it more uplifting to have finally, done everything. And now that we've talked about all the decisions that we have to make, the Paragon, the ones that we choose, we'll move on to defeating the final battle. So to defeat the final battle, you need to learn that the final battle is one very big mission. And you need to pick the right characters for the right jobs. Because if you don't, then those characters die. And if you also don't get to know your characters, then they die too. So that's very important. So all the skills that you've gained through all those missions, all the quests, all the getting to know your characters, all plays into this final battle. And you'll be able to successfully beat the main bad guy, which we'll see in a second, the main monster, without any losses of your characters, of yourself, without any defeat at all. And then you'll be able to relax because you just saved the galaxy and everyone that you know and love. And it's pretty great. So in conclusion, you want to get to know your characters, you want to complete all the quests, side and main quests that you have, you want to make all the good decisions, and you want to defeat the final battle, the final baddie. And now that you know that, you'll be able to play Mass Effect 2 and know exactly what to do.